Thank you, Mr. Chairman. There's two areas I want to look at. One is a simple question. Since 2014, we've been hearing about a severance tax for $1 billion for education. I noticed this year it projects, and I'm going to use your projections, $293 million. By 21-22, I believe it goes up to over $700 million. Is this funding going to fund public education, and will it be restricted to public education only?
Yes, Representative. The original severance tax proposal was on a different basis than the proposal that's in front of you today. It had a cents per MCF component to it, and it had a floor price component to it, neither of which are in this proposal. It was also done at a point in time when prices of natural gas were very high. And of course, as you probably know, gas prices started falling rapidly throughout the last couple of years, but they have started to recover in the last few months. And as a result, the revenue forecasts are starting to come back up. I'm not aware of a component here that dedicates all of the revenue to education.
Any?
That would be a budget question, I guess, as to where the revenue goes. But.
Okay. Switching over to the tax credit program, the governor proposes a $100 million reduction in the amount of available tax credits. There's really no specific information in the budget book that was sent over. However, it talks about converting $100 million into block grants, focusing on those tax credits demonstrating the greatest return in new business investment, educational access, and community development. Are the educational tax credits part of that EITC, OSTC, switching that into a block grant program?
I think it might be a little confusing if it was referred to as a block grant program, because the objective of this program is to save $100 million in cost of the tax credits, not to group them together and re-grant them. So really what this represents is a comprehensive approach to reining in the cost of tax credits in the budget.
So it would be a reduction, or?
It would be a reduction overall in the amount of credits.
$100 million just cut?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so are part of those cuts KOZ, KOEZ, KOIZ, NIS, CRIZ, et cetera?
Well, NIS and CRIZ are not tax credits, they're zone programs, and
Isn't there tax credit?
it is credits that would be included in this program. There's a list of about 19 or 20 of them. KIZ is the only one of those keystone programs that's included in that list.
And of these proposed cuts, how much of the $100 million will be seen in 2017, 2018?
All of it.
And how is that?
These credits would be reviewed through an approval process that will be managed by DCED, managing the portfolio of credits to award those that will maximize economic development, increase educational opportunity, enable community development, and enhance infrastructure and technology. They will review the proposals and the applications to determine those tax credits that are most capable of responding to those criteria, and review previous use of those credits to see if they have accomplished their purposes, and focus on granting the credits that are most responsive to the goals of economic development, job development, community development, and infrastructure.
But Do you agree that even though a tax credit, for example, a film tax credit awarded in 2016-17, you're not going to realize the dollars for years to come?
We will be working with them to forecast the timing of these credits so that we'll be able to achieve this $100 million in savings, because different credits, as you point out, are taken at different periods of time. So we'll be working with them to map that out.
I see the red lights on, so I'll just reserve time in the follow-up round. Thank you.